The role of race in college admissions is now at issue in a Boston federal court. A trial began today, accusing Harvard University of bias against Asian American applicants for using a vague personal rating system. Harvard today arguing in its opening statements that race is just one of many factors that can work in favor of an applicant. And the trial goes on, expected to last some 3 weeks. Joining me now, Leonard Leo, attorney, judicial advisor to the President of the United States, President Trump, and well-advised he is. Leonard Leo, one of the leading attorneys in this country. Great to have you with us. Let's travel back well, first, let me ask you this. Do you have any observations about affirmative action, the role of race in college admissions as we come out of the Harvard trial?
Well, these are really big and important cases, and the Supreme Court's been hearing more and more of these over the past several years. So I fully expect this will make it up to the High Court in the next couple of years, and it'll be a very major decision of the court.
Sandra Day O'Connor once said in her writing that in a decision that 25 years, she used that as a projection for how long affirmative action would be serviceable, usable, important to the country. Do you concur with her judgment? And we're just about there, aren't we?
Well, we are just about there, although I think the colorblindness principle has always been an important part of our Constitution, and that's what this case is really all about.
Yeah, it's, you know, the issues, all of the things that Harvard puts. And I should, I guess, declare something. I'm a Harvard graduate, so I have a cross to bear, and it's as well as an axe to grind. Good to have you with us. Let's go to what was the most extraordinary spectacle in my lifetime, and certainly my career as a journalist, to see what happened to Judge Brett Kavanaugh in the Senate Judiciary Committee. I have to tell you, I was cussing not only the left, Chuck Schumer, I also Chuck Grassley, Mitch McConnell. The process seemed upside down and strained, and at the end, all is forgiven because of 2 votes, but not really. Your thoughts?
Well, I think extraordinary spectacle is exactly the right words, Lou. You know, we knew it was going to be a tough battle, tougher than the Gorsuch confirmation because it was the Tony Kennedy seat, but no one expected for decency and fairness to be offended as much as it was, certainly with the last 3 weeks of the confirmation process. And it's going to forever change the process. I mean, it's going to be very impossible to put the genie back in the bottle. It shows how far the left will go to try to secure the outcomes that it wants on the court.
It's certainly too far. It goes, and it's, if it does not influence the outcome of these midterm elections, which I fully expect it to, I believe that the Republicans are the beneficiaries of that awful several weeks in Washington, D.C. I know for you it was much longer than that. But to imagine this not making every American sick to their stomach and outraged is to me incomprehensible.
I think you're spot on, Lou. I mean, this is not what the American people want Washington focusing on and what they want them doing. And frankly, they want a court where the justices are going to recognize and respect and enforce the limits on government power contained in our Constitution. And this is what the left doesn't want, and that's why they treated Brett Kavanaugh the way they did.
And you tell us, the president has said it as clearly as it can be said, that this behavior by the left it debases all of us. It really does. But certainly the left has just insisted, it seems to me, on its own destruction, and yet the ABA still has the temerity to weigh in and play politics after having given the judge their highest rating. The ACLU is a partner with the city of Chicago in policing and law enforcement. We've gone mad in this country with whom we are allowing to influence public policy and in some cases dictate it, whether it's the ACLU or the ABA.
You know, if you really care about the rule of law and if you really care about freedom, this is not the way to treat the judicial process. It's not the way to do judicial confirmations. We've got to get away from thinking about outcomes in cases, and we've got to remember that judges wear black robes, and they wear black robes because their own personal predispositions don't matter. The Constitution and its text is what matters. And that's what we need to get back to, and we have to stop playing the politics of personal destruction, and we have to stop looking to the court for political resolution of the hot-button issues of our day.
Yeah. And that, of course, means that the left will have to move in an entirely different direction, to the right. Leonard Leo, good to have you with us. Thanks so much.
Good to be here.
Appreciate it.